Okay, fellow beekeepers and ladies and gentlemen and others in the general public, if you're interested in white tupelo, you're probably also interested in honey because it's known for the ultimate tupelo honey. The Apalachicola area in Florida is famous for it. We're a little further north at the Alabama border in the Escambia region where white tupelo is not found as much. We have water tupelo up here. We have a swamp, like we said, with lots of trees over 50 foot tall and well established. And we're now at this transitional swamp over here. Several acres we actually have here. And it's a great opportunity to see if we can get white tupelo established. So here are several plants with the tap roots. This is what it looks like when it's been growing 5-6 months in a pot. That root busts through the bottom and goes into the soil. And we're bringing it over from the area where it's had sprinkler irrigation quite frequently, and we're bringing it out here to the swamp. And we're going to be adding to the soil a bit with some compost, but the brighter ones of you were probably asking when I mentioned earlier about the compost and how wonderful it is and all. You're probably wondering, especially when I said that this has been underwater and there's all kinds of fish and everything, that isn't the soil already rich enough? Well, you're spot on. Here's the soil. Look at this stuff, sandy, loamy, dark, rich. This is the soil we have to work with. Beautiful, lots of nutrients, right? Good stuff, but I'm going to be putting our goat poop compost in anyways. But these plants have a great environment here, a chance to make it big time. But it depends on a lot of environmental factors, and you never know when a particular species is going to make it or not. I mean, if it isn't already growing here native, I don't know, maybe its chances are reduced for one reason or another. But I'm telling you right now, folks, I can plunge down in there. I can get deep. Those roots are going to be unimpeded. And I think this is just going to be a great place to put them and a great time right now to do this. We do expect more rain to come in the future, and in the meantime there's moisture out here, and we'll be out here hand watering. We might run some line down here with a sprinkler, we'll see, but I think we can pretty much take care of it down here. We can run a hose off of the bib over there and bring it down here. So I'm getting these things out of their pot. I'm gonna get this. There's a pair actually in here. It looks like 2 little trees, perhaps. See what we got going on? 2 little trees. Try to get them out of their pot and into the ground. I don't want to cut the pots really. We reuse these pots, so I try to slide it out of there. To knock all the soil off the roots, but it's kind of forcing me to do that because it's really going through the bottom of this pot. I'm pushing the roots out here through the drain holes. This one's kind of tight right here. I might have to cut. I'm gonna have to do a little cutting on these pots. Look how that one busted right out. Right out the side. That wasn't even one of the drain holes. It just busted through the plastic and went out that hole. So I might have to get a blade, don't have one on me right now, and cut these pots up a little bit. Anyways, there's actually 2 of them in here, so let's take the one that we got out. This is an experiment, folks. They might be shocked from this. They might not make it. I don't know, but we're gonna do a few of them and see how it goes. I think it's the important thing is those tap roots need a good home, and they need to go down there and get established and have plenty of room to grow. I'm gonna work work in some of my compost here. There's lots of decaying matter out here. Lots of branches and things and bark and all kinds of animals, plants, fish, waterfowl, everything's out here and dying and decomposing and enriching the soil. Well, as usual, I kind of build a little well for the plants to sit in, so any moisture can direct down towards the plant, and then I usually, mulch over with something. I don't know if I'll be using pine straw or leaves or bark here. I got plenty of forestry mulch wood chips of various ages that I can get out here. We'll decide that later. We're going to be planting these, marking them with some tape, and then we'll mulch around them. So that's the first of today's work now in transplanting. I'm going to be working with two hands and being a bit more careful here. I get a knife out and try not to have to remove all the soil around the young trees in their pots. I don't like doing that. So let's see if we can be a little more careful with that and get these guys established out here. Like I say, they're going to be at different points in the swamp. I'm going to space them, appropriately here. 25, 30 foot or so. And make sure to get some up on the banks. I'm going to have plenty at various locations on the banks in the event that water does flood in here and actually drown some out. See, the goal is to get this thing to grow up high enough before the big waters come, so those leaves are up above the water level. That's a big challenge in growing a swamp plant like this, and it's a lot about timing and luck too. It plays a factor here. Mother Nature strikes suddenly, and you never know when it's coming. The big one, it could suddenly turn around, and we could have lots and lots of rains, and this whole area just fill up right here with 5-6 foot deep of water and remain that way for 2 years. That's what happened 2 years ago. So it's an amazing environment. We're in the flood zone in the Escambia country, on the Escambia River where it crosses from Alabama into Florida. And we will continue to do our best to care for our goats on this goat refuge, our ducks. It's a duck utopia also, and growing all the things we're growing and other new things as we discover them and consider them to be candidates for a thriving future out here. But like I say, this white tupelo is important to us. It's been dear to our heart. This is one of the first plants that we've just honed in on for this investment in 2019 when we started. And we've been sprouting seeds since then and working on it. But like I said, we've had some setbacks, and let's see if we can get moving forward and onward with some success here.